What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy.
In the game.
Oh, guys, also joining us today is my beautiful co-host, John Luke Garofalo. What's up, JL?
What up, boys?
And boy, do we have some special guests today. Guys, joining the show today, two of our absolute favorites. First up, we've got Toronto Dave. You can find him on Twitter at TorontoFF8. Dave is a fantasy football machine and truly one of the kindest and most fun people that you can find in this space. Meeting David Canton was like one of the highlights of that trip. It was like immediate smiles as soon as we made eye contact.
Meeting myself was also my highlight of the trip.
Beautiful. But Dave, thank you so much for joining us today, my man. Glad to have you back on the show.
Pleasure's mine.
Also joining us today, we've got the man, the hoodie, a son of anarchy himself, Herms NFL with us. Herms is the associate NFL editor over at Clutch Points and one hell of a karaoke singer. That dude can rock. Herms, thank you so much for joining us today, my man.
Yeah! What is up, FYFO? Yeah. Oh, dude, this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on this fine program.
Thank you for being here on this fine program.
Man, and you guys brought the energy. I came in here and immediately energy skyrocketed through the roof. I'm ready for it. We got Jay in the chat here saying, I'm just here for Dave and Herms. As long as you're here, my man.
Why else would you be here?
Dustin said the image is so contrasty. Mr. Happy with Mr. Serious. Who's on the image today? Someone's on the image.
Question.
It is me with not me on the image. That's who's on there. We got Dame in the chat saying, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Dame? Glad to have you in here. And Mr. Skimmer said, what the what? I think that's about
Shout out
Zoo. Shout out Mr. Scampers. Albert in the chat saying, hello, everyone. What's up,
Hello,
Glad to have you in here. And we got Troy King saying squad.
TK Mode.
Troy.
Man, it is a squad today. Every time I looked at like the schedule for the upcoming weeks and I saw Dave and Herms, I just kept thinking, that's a squad.
That's a vibe right there.
That's a squad. The four of us rolling up, like wherever we're going, we're making an impact.
They're ready.
On whatever. I'm not sure they're ready. They're not ready. We're ready.
They're going to learn. They're going to be ready pretty soon.
Bingo hall, they're ready. Bowling alley, they're not ready.
They're ready.
We're going to rock it, guys. Today, we brought Herms and Dave here to play one of our favorite games, Fantasy Football Jeopardy. Before we get into that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not doing so already, go and follow our incredible guests. You can find Herms on Twitter at HermsNFL. Easy to remember. It's right there below his face on the screen. You can find Dave on Twitter at TorontoFF8. Toronto's right there. His name is Dave. You can find it at TorontoFF8. Make sure you're following both of these beautiful men. After you do that, you're watching this video already, go and hit that like button if you're on YouTube. Hit that subscribe if you want to support us, or if you have just your deepest sympathies that I have to look like this every single day when I wake up.
Looks straight in the mirror and he says, yep, this is what I'm working with.
That's me. That's me. So hit that subscribe button if you feel bad for me. That's my favorite line from The Office of all time. Whenever Michael Scott's on the roof and they're telling him like, I could never be you. You have to wake up every day knowing damn well that you got to be you. I couldn't do that, man. Like, and Michael's like, you know what? You're right. I am brave. I got to be me every single day.
Nailed it.
It's beautiful. Mr. Scampers in here with the JDSH squad. Absolutely. At least it's not the JJJJ squad, which is what it usually is over here. And Z2 in the chat saying Z2 is here. He announces himself in the third person now. Love the squad on the show today.
Heck of a confidence on you.
And Troy saying YouTube not ready for this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're
They're
gonna be able
not.
to handle this stream, guys.
No, we're not going to be able to monetize this one.
Turn the ads off already. Mattress King, you're gonna have to find a new video to monetize on.
Yeah.
Are mattress stores real, guys?
No, they're all
Bro.
fronts. 100% they're fronts for some other
Conspiracy.
operation. I've
Straight
never
up.
seen people in a mattress store.
Like straight up, like I went to breakfast earlier today, and on the way back, there's like a huge mattress warehouse, just like like off the highway that you can see. And I was looking at it, and I said the exact same thing. I was just like, "Who goes there? How is this still in business?
Yeah.
Like you can get mattresses shipped to you. You know what I mean? Like why this like whole building has to be like, hey, check it out, we got mattresses. Like in the year of our Lord 2022, there's no reason.
I just don't
Absolutely.
understand how they make enough money to stay in business. Like
I
there have been mattress stores in my hometown that have been there since I have been alive, and yet they keep their doors open through recession, through economic downturn. Does not matter. They're there, and I've never once seen a single person inside.
People are sleeping on mattress stores, that's for sure.
Heyo.
It's an untapped.
There we go.
Took me a second on that one, Dave. I was like, yeah, shoot, you got me. Guys, today, like I mentioned, we brought Dave and Herms here to play some fantasy football Jeopardy. I'm going to explain how this game is going to work, and then we are going to get into it. The game, Fantasy Football Jeopardy, is a lot like the popular TV show Jeopardy. Almost exactly the same, actually. The board's going to look very familiar to you if you've ever seen it, except most of the questions will be about the NFL or fantasy. The other changes we're making, we will not be buzzing in so that there's not just a cacophony of voices screaming our own names the entire show. We're going to be going in a turn order. And the one other change we make is if you get your question right on your turn, you will then get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. You can play nice, you can play mean, but as long as you're playing the game, we don't care how you play it. We will go like this until the end of the game, at which point we will enter Final Jeopardy, running out of questions or running out of time. This is the one and only question where our contestants can actually lose money. You will be writing down a wager after Jail reveals the category. Get it right, you're going to add all that money to your score. Get it wrong, we are subtracting it. And the contestant with the most money at the end of Final Jeopardy is our Fantasy Jeopardy champion for today. And we will mail it to you in Cole's Cash. Sorry, fax. What is this? The 1800s? We're going to fax it to you.
We'll mail it to you Cole's fax.
We will mail you a fax machine and then fax you the Cole's Cash.
Fun facts related to the Cole's department store.
Cole's.
That is
Cole's
your
fax
reward.
facts. Your Cole's facts.
Your Cole's fax.
Jail, you ready for this? I believe you're running the game today. I hope you're running the game today.
I am running the game. What, you can't throw together this game in a quick 5 minutes, Simon?
What would we do? We sit here, neither one of us has. I think I would just start asking random trivia questions. Like, okay, you guys tell me a category 1 through 5 and a
Dave,
number.
What'd you have for lunch today?
That is correct.
Starting first with rivers of South America. Let's go.
All right, the game today. We have a cacophony, as Simon said, of categories here. Is that what you said?
Someone said a cacophony of voices buzzing in. That's why we avoid the buzzing
well, we also have a cacophony of categories today.
If we're being honest,
week 10. Be honest with us.
I don't know if I use that word properly.
I'm
not 100% sure what cacophony means.
I don't think anyone is going to be able to call us out on it, so I think we're good.
It's like the clashing sounds and like an inharmonious kind of a.
He knows.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I was gonna say I didn't care, but I liked it anyway, so I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Week 10. We got week 10 in here, which is going to be all questions related to, you guessed it, week 10. 2022, all questions related to this season, 2022. We got grab bag, which could be anything in the world. We got Canada. Canada is a category about the great country that some often refer to as our hat, Canada. And then we got Canada. We got NFL teams being the last category. Pretty self-explanatory.
How broad?
No cute names this time, except for Canada, maybe. Mr. Jeff Bell in the chat.
What's up, Jeff? Welcome.
What
I'm
up,
glad
Jeff?
to have you here. And we got Tyler in here as well. FF
What up,
Tyler says,
Tyler?
what a crew. Love these three dudes. And Z2 in here saying, or no, Mr. Scamper saying fortune teller stores are fronts as well. No, that's an important business that they're running there.
Very important.
Very important. You need that.
All right, Dave, you are going to be going first in this game, followed by Herms, followed by Simon. So, Dave, as you have, I'm sure, already guessed, you get to choose your own question category and question value here to start us off. Where would you like to go?
Debating between grab bag and Canada. I think I got to do Canada. Let's do Canada 100 easy so I can embarrass myself right away.
Canada 100
Beautiful.
easy, so you can embarrass yourself right away. Here is your question, Dave. What is Chase Claypool's nickname? Mapletron, Optimus Prime, or Poutine Scream?
Mapletron, but I petitioned to include the other ones.
Mapletron. Final answer.
Final answer, yes.
That is correct. That is correct. Well done, Dave. That's going to give you a nice, cool, easy 100 in here.
Optimus
done.
Prime.
This
Yeah,
man
did
said
you come up with
Optimus
that? Is that you?
This,
You came
this
up with
was
that?
a Jay Felicio question. Actually,
Shout out Jay for writing Optimus Prime. That's
Optimus.
incredible.
I love it.
Optimus Prime. Fantastic.
I need a shirt with Optimus Prime on it, like a moose transformer.
Right.
We gotta get
let's
that.
get that. Let's get that.
I'm gonna go find someone on Fiverr to design that right after this. I'm gonna go pay some $12 bucks.
Designers with desire. Let's get a random ones to do it. All right. Well done, Dave. You got that one correct, meaning you are going to get to choose Herm's category here. Where do you want to send Herms?
Grab bag.
Grab bag. Herms, what question value would you like?
Shoot or shoot. Let's go 500.
500. Grab bag. All right, let's go. Which plant name did I make up? Monkey puzzle tree, milk thistle, mother-in-law's tongue, sneezewort, or lemon teat?
I gotta be honest, man. None of these sound real. All right. I'm gonna go with. Oh, gee.
I think
Mother-in-law's
I know two of
tongue,
these.
just like that feels a little too out of pocket. So I'm gonna go with that.
You're gonna go with mother-in-law's tongue. Final
Yeah.
answer.
If
Yeah.
you wrote the word lemon teat and it's not a real plant, I'm gonna kill you. Like if that came out of your brain, lemon teat, I'm gonna be upset. Like I'm gonna question who you are.
All right, Herms, guessing mother-in-law's tongue. Simon, do you want to take a guess here? It won't count for anything, but just for
I'm
fun.
gonna say lemon teat just because I
And
want to be
Dave?
upset with you.
Dave, do you want to take a guess?
Lemon tea.
You're gonna go lemon teat as well. Well, the true answer is, and we got some guesses here in the chat. Lemon teat from Dustin. Mr. Scamper says lemon teat. And the correct answer is lemon teat.
Lemon
Oh,
teat.
man.
Well done.
Okay.
Well done. Lemon
Yes,
teat was
yes.
the one that I, aka Jay Felicio, made up.
Mother-in-law's tongue is real.
Mother-in-law's tongue. That's the one I guessed when he asked me to guess before he would give me the answer, and I guessed mother-in-law's tongue. Arms.
And like everybody out here being like, "Oh, lemon tea, clearly not the real one." And the comments, like other people, like it's like so obvious to everyone else. Meanwhile, I'm just like, there ain't no way. But like, okay, fine.
Herms, you just described a feeling I feel all the time, though. That happens to me all the time. Where to me it was really hard, but then all of a sudden the entire chat somehow knew
Right?
Poutine Screamy was the nickname for this plant.
You hate to see it, folks.
You hate to see it. Unfortunately, that's not correct. You went big, and now you go home, Herms. Simon, that means we are on to you, and you get to choose your own question category and value here.
First, I need to shout out Dustin because within 3 minutes of me saying I need to see a picture of Optimus Prime, there is a picture of Optimus Prime in my inbox on Discord.
Let's go.
Very
And
nice.
it is just as badass as you think it is. It's incredible. Okay, I am going to go. Man, so many exciting category names. I'm going to go with 2022 for 200.
2022 for 200. 400, you say?
200.
200. You got it. 2022, 200. Which player has the least targets in 2022? T. Higgins or Zay Jones?
I'm going to say what feels like the right answer. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not going to forgive myself if I don't say this. Zay Jones has the least targets out of these two in 2022.
Zay Jones is the player you are going with, and that is incorrect.
What?
T. Higgins, 58 targets this season. Zay Jones, 65.
I thought it
Injuries,
might have
man.
been a trick. I thought it might have been a trick, but I was like, not on a 200. Like I got to
Not
go with
on
the
a
obvious
200.
answer on a 200.
That's a
Damn.
bonk.
You'd think, but the number of options is actually the thing that makes it a 200.
That checks out.
Is the way that I was looking at it.
Well,
So I'm sorry, Simon. No points for you this time, but There's more. There's more game to play. There's more on the board.
Thank God it's
More
not over.
options. That's not over. You're good. And Mr. Scampers said Zay Jones. Dustin saying Zay Jones as well. So everybody falling for that trap I laid for you, Simon.
Fell right into it.
Fell right into it. But we are back to Dave. Dave, the board is yours, my friend. You get to choose your question, category, and value here.
NFL teams for hundo.
NFL teams for hundo.
I'm
You
trying
got
to
it.
build on that lead.
Put the following NFL teams in descending order of points for, which is NFL points scored, like actual points scored on the NFL field for NFL purposes. The Bills, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Seahawks. Put these teams in descending order for points for. So most points to least points.
Thank you, Jay.
I don't want
Bills.
people complaining.
No, I was sitting there. I was sitting there confused. I was sitting there like descend, ascend. Like which one am I doing?
Descend, like the most points I'm saying is Bills.
Okay.
Dolphins, Chiefs, Seahawks.
You're going to say Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Seahawks?
Yes, lock it in, baby.
Locking it in the Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Seahawks as most to least points scored. Is that correct, Simon?
I don't know. The Dolphins are the one tripping me up in here because they had that one huge game that might be pushing. Like I would put Bills first, but the Dolphins are the one that's tricking me. I'm a little nervous about them.
What about you, Herms? You think he's right?
I mean, it sounds right, but also just like those handful of games without Tua, I'm like, I don't know, maybe but it's a very educated guess. I'm here
It's
for
a
it.
very educated guess. All right, Dave, you went with Bills, Dolphins, Chiefs, Seahawks, and the correct answer is Chiefs, Seahawks,
Oh.
Dolphins, Bills.
Well done.
I
didn't-
would have never gotten that order ever. You could have given me 30 chances to rearrange those teams, and that is not the order I would have put them in.
I would.
That is a tricky one. It was almost exactly backwards, Dave. Almost exactly
I
backwards.
thought it was, but yeah.
Very close. Very close. We had Tim guessing Chiefs, Seahawks, Dolphins, Bills correctly.
Whoa!
Hey,
Correctly,
shout out,
Tim.
shout out Tim.
Mr. Scamper's close. He said Chiefs, Fins, Bills, Seahawks.
I mean, close if one right is close.
Yeah, I mean, nailed the first one. So the Bills were kind of close to their normal spot. We had Alex in here saying, "Hey, everybody! Hey, everybody!
Hey,
What up, Alex? Welcome in."
Is that his voice, JL?
Yeah, hey, everybody!
everybody.
Dustin
There,
saying,
there.
Dolphins, Bills, Seahawks, Chiefs. Almost entirely wrong. Oh, I love this game. I love our job.
And Scampers said, appreciate that. Yeah, I got you, Scampers. Don't worry.
Appreciate
I got to keep you humble, my man.
Midnight 201 saying, "Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon, Midnight. Welcome in."
it's a little
And
late
Tim
to watch
said,
the show.
"What? Woo! Look at me go!" Well done, Tim. I guess nobody else on that one. Sorry, Dave. That was incorrect. So Herms, we're moving on to you, and you get to choose your next category and value here.
I mean, based off of my experience so far in this game, I weirdly feel like I'm gonna know the most about Canada. So I'm let's go to Canada 200.
Canada 200, Canada 200. Here's your question, Herms. What is the name of the CFL's championship trophy? The Grey Cup, the Stanley Cup, or the Maple Cup?
There we go. See, I knew I picked this for a reason. The name of that trophy is the Grey Cup. Final answer.
Final answer. The Grey Cup is absolutely correct, Herms. Giving you a cool 200. 200 for your lead here. And we got some questions here in the chat. Born to Live asking, with the news of Cup being on IR probably for the rest of the season, do I go after Van Jefferson, Ben Skowronek, or Allen Robinson? Herms, which of these guys are you targeting?
I mean, I wrote about it in the waiver column that I published on fantasy6pack.net. Boom. There you go. Plug. But like just from like a player like archetypal standpoint, and also just kind of like the role or like the function of like the purpose of Cup in that offense, I guess. Like Van Jefferson's probably like the closest of like there is no 1-for-1 for Cooper Kupp, but like if there's going to be a logical beneficiary of that role, I'd probably say Van Jefferson. But the real answer is none of them.
That's what I
Because that Rams offense is awful.
The answer to the secondary receiver on the Rams is actually Paris Campbell, Christian Watson, or Donovan Peoples-Jones as the player that you should pick up off the waiver wire over every single one of these guys in my mind.
Yep.
I will say if Stafford does come back this season, somebody's got to catch those targets. If so, if that's the case, it's out. I know, Simon. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say, but we've seen it happen. So it is. I think it's safe enough to say all three of these guys are worthy stashes if Coop is on the IR. If you need that, if you you're in a league that's deep enough that where this matters and going after these guys is not a exercise of futility. You're not going to start them. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Born to Laugh asking also a guy in my league dropped both Zeke and CEH. Which one do I pick up? So which of these two guys are you targeting off the waiver wire if he is there, Dave?
Zeke. He's going to get the volume. I trust it with the Cowboys. Some goal line work. CEH, I just don't trust the volume.
What about you, Simon?
Yeah, CH seems to be out as the starter. He played, 4 snaps in that last game? Like, it was preposterous. Jerick McKinnon's their third down back. Pacheco's going to be their back on the ones and twos, and CEH is going to keep that bench nice and warm for them whenever they come back. So it's Zeke.
Nice and warm. All right, let's get into. I see some more questions in here. We are going to hit them in between rounds here, but I want to make sure we get through this game here. So Simon, let's see. Herms, you got that one correct. You get to choose Simon's next category. Where are you sending him?
I'll send him to week 10.
Week 10. Simon, where you want to go? You got the full board here available for you in the category.
200.
200. Playing it a little conservative today, Simon, I know.
Yeah, I have no money. Everyone has money, and I don't.
200. Which player had more PPR fantasy points in week 10? Devin Singletary, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Christian McCaffrey?
Man, I really should have paid more attention, huh? Christian McCaffrey saw split work with Elijah Mitchell, but still put up around 20 PPR fantasy points. I think it was 19 point something for him, if I remember correctly. Devin Singletary had multiple touchdowns. He put in a 2-touchdown game, his first 2 touchdowns of the season. And Jeff Wilson was good, but I'm not remembering a single stat from that game, except the Dolphins ran all over the Browns, and he was the primary person to do it, which makes me think that's the answer. Is it Wilson or Singletary? I think McCaffrey's last. Wilson or Singletary. I'll go Jeff Wilson Jr.
Final answer?
Yes.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
It was 2 touchdowns.
Correct. 22.3 fantasy points compared to CMC's 17.7 and Devin Singletary's 15.7 PPR fantasy points in week 10. Whew. Simon, you broke it down pretty accurately. Apart from the gaps that you had. Apart from that,
from where I was wrong, I was really right.
You were really right. You nailed it. I mean, Jeff Wilson was the guy. The CMC was limited by Elijah Mitchell, and Devin Singletary. He had a great game. Wasn't the same as Jeff Wilson's game. So well done, Simon.
When I looked at those 3 names, I had a moment of pure panic where I was like, did they even play this weekend? I couldn't remember a single thing for a moment. I was like, I remember nothing. And then it slowly started coming back. I heard Joey in my head saying, Singletary's going to get his first touchdown of the season this week.
Joe, somehow all of our subconscious is just filled with Joey, right? That's terrifying thought. Well done. I wanted to ask, what is your guys' opinion on Jeff Wilson going forward? Obviously, 2 very good weeks. His first 2 weeks here in Miami. Do you expect RB2 levels of production rest of season, or potentially RB1 levels? Is he up there in that echelon? What do you think, Simon?
I think safely RB2, but on any given week, he's got that top 12 running back upside, right? But rest of season, how do I expect him to finish? It's RB2. And I think I was wrong. That first week when he got the 9 carries, was traded to the Dolphins. I was like, I bet this is a full-time share between Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. They've liked Mostert so far this year, but I don't think that's the case. This looks like it's Jeff Wilson's backfield primarily, and Raheem Mostert's going to be that complementary back. And in such a high-powered offense with Tua clicking on all cylinders, you can probably expect
clicking on all cylinders.
Is that the phrase? No, it's
firing on all cylinders.
Clicking on all cylinders. Kill 3 birds with that cylinder. Is what we got going on. Click, mother trucker. What was I saying? Jeff Wilson, RB2. And that's the end of my statement.
That's the end of my statement. What about you, Herms? How you feeling about Jeff Wilson going forward?
I mean, like, look, I don't really have a horse in this fight personally, but I think, the way that things have been going, like my whole thing, like when Jeff Wilson came over, I was like, okay, like this is going to be pretty cool. Cause like, I think people at first were a little nervous. It's like, oh, he's just going to be the backup to Mostert. But it's like, yo, like before Chase Edmonds got phased out of the offense, like they split those touches evenly in those first 3 weeks. Like they want to, divvy up that workload. So, like it'll be good, man. Like this is what they made the trade to do. And the fact that like, like there's a reason they went after somebody that McDaniel was already very familiar with. He, showed up, understood the assignment, and was like, hell yeah, let's go. So, like, yeah, dude, roll with it. Like, if he scores enough touchdowns, sure, RB1 stuff, but like, odds are we're talking about just a more reliable RB2.
Yeah, I'm with you. Dave, I want to get your opinion on this one. Swavey in here asking, brothers, are we dropping Kyle Pitts for Cole Kmet? Are you making this move, Dave? Are you confident enough to drop Pitts for Cole Kmet?
I refuse to answer this question, but probably not. I'm probably keeping.
I refuse to answer, but here's your answer.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, probably keeping Pitts, but I really don't know, honestly.
Yeah, keeping Pitts. What about you, Simon? Would you be comfortable enough to drop Pitts for Kmet?
Dave hit my sentiment so perfectly. Like the right answer very well could be to play Kmet the rest of the year, but I'm just not doing it. Pitts is Kyle Pitts. He's a great player, and if Arthur Smith is smart, he'll keep giving him 7-8 targets a game. But Mariota, even with 8 targets a game, there's a chance that maybe one of them is catchable. So I don't know what to do here with Kyle Pitts. I'm probably just going to keep rolling him out there and hope that something happens.
Yep, I'm with you. Strong Style Ninja asking, should we go after Deshaun Watson to stash for playoffs? Absolutely. Yeah. If he's still on your waiver wire, go stash him. All right, let's get into our next round here, fellas. Simon, you are tied with Herms for the lead here at 200. Dave, not far behind with 100. This is really anyone's game. We're just starting out here.
It's high scoring right now, baby.
Dave, you are first, but Simon did get that last one correct, so he does get to pick your category. Simon, where do you want to send Dave?
Dave was debating between Canada and Grab Bag at first. Ended up going Canada, so I'm going to send him the other way. Dave's going to Grab Bag.
Well,
Grab
nice
Bag.
Simon.
So nice.
Dave,
where do you want to go?
Let's go 400 again. 400.
400. I love your strategy, Dave. Love the strategy. 400. Vague movie description. Some guy recounts his life to several strangers who happen to sit next to him. What movie am I describing?
Oh, I know this one.
Do you?
I think so.
To several strangers. Is it that? I was thinking of some Will Ferrell movie, but I can't. I really don't know.
No answer?
My answer is Bonk.
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 Forrest Gump.
I knew it.
Was the answer. Forrest Gump. Simon, you knew that was the guess you were going to come up with?
I just recently watched Forrest Gump as well while falling asleep one night, so it's probably fresh on my mind.
Was Will Ferrell in that movie? I'm just kidding.
Listen, it would have been so much better if Will Ferrell was in that movie.
Forrest Gump starring Will Ferrell. Do you ever wish, like, at one point in your life, every single person, you could just say, Audible, remake that movie with this guy? You know what I mean? Like everybody gets one, or with this girl, and like you can just change it.
The Patriot, but with Liam Neeson. We got Chosen Rose at The Terminal. Interesting. Went in a Tom Hanks movie, but a different Tom Hanks movie. Ask, can you change it to The Terminal? Jay said, love this question, JL. And Dustin said, this should be a whole category. Maybe it will be. This is a test. A little experiment.
Vague movie description is very good.
Movie description. So no points, unfortunately, on that one, Dave.
You can do like vague player descriptions, like Where's Blue loves his Honda or something like that.
RB2 most of the time, RB1 3 times. Strong Style is like Will Ferrell in Forrest Gump would have been a game changer.
Would it be a prequel to Kicking and Screaming? And then like he becomes
Kicking and Screaming
his
was
child?
a good movie. You watch your mouth.
I said a prequel. Forrest Gump was an Academy Award winning movie, right?
I feel like it changes the entire vibe of the movie, which would be fantastic.
Well, how many times is Will Ferrell nude in Forrest Gump if he's the main
the whole
character? The whole time.
Most of the time.
And over
Most
again.
of the time. An overwhelming amount of the time.
I almost just said Will Fuller. Will Fuller and Forrest Gump.
Will Fuller and Will Ferrell starring in Forrest Gump.
Will Fuller plays Jenny, and Will Ferrell plays Forrest.
Oh, dear Lord. All right. Unfortunately, that was not correct, Dave. So Herms, we're moving on to you. You get to choose your own value here and your own category. Where would you like to go?
I mean, I kind of want to go back to Canada, but grab bag seems like such a fun time. I'm gonna see what 300 has in store.
Grab bag for 300.
Mhm.
Here's your question. Spell the following word: Mediterranean.
Damn.
Oh.
All right. Why did I agree to this? Okay. All right. M E D
Mhm.
I
Yep.
T T.
Okay.
No, throw out one of them T's.
Okay, throwing out one of them T's.
The first one or the second one?
The second one, definitely.
Okay.
Damn, where am I? All right.
So what I have currently is MEDIT.
All right. E.
Okay.
So TERR.
Okay.
I spelled it wrong, man. N. All right.
So what I have currently is MEDITERRIN.
I spelled
Mediterranean.
Is that your final answer?
Sure. I spelled Mediterranean. There we go. All right. I'm a
Mediterranean.
genius.
Well, unfortunately, bonk. That is not correct.
Yo, Herms,
Correct
I'm
way
going to
to
be real though. You got the trick. The part where I was so tripped up was you got the double R's and you got the single T. That's where I would have been just straight wrong.
Like I was just the first couple laps of that mile, I was just killing it. And then I tripped on my own shoelace, just like
quickly
no.
devolved.
Oh God.
I'm just picturing Forrest Gump tossing bombs to Will Fuller.
How can we be spelling Mediterranean at a time like this when we got that visual in our head?
I'm loving these suggestions we got in the chat too. Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Avengers as Thanos. The Godfather, but with Danny DeVito.
Beautiful. Every time Danny DeVito shows up in a movie, I'm shocked. Every time. Like, he's just a shocking person. Like, I was watching the live action Dumbo, and then all of a sudden, here comes Danny DeVito wandering in. And I'm like, what? Who let him in this movie?
And we had Scarface with Denzel Washington. Get Out, but with Will Ferrell from The Chosen Rose.
I don't think the undertones really work if it's Will Ferrell, but you know, like it'd be interesting.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Unfortunately, Herms, your spelling of Mediterranean was incorrect. So Simon,
to put it generously, it was incorrect.
Mediterranean is incorrect. Simon, the next question is yours, and you get to choose your own question, category, and value here.
Let's keep rolling with it. Grab bag for 200.
All right. Grab bag 200 is your. What TV show popularized the phrase "treat yourself"? Breaking Bad, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, or The Good Place?
Treat yourself. Parks and Rec is the correct answer to this question.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Parks and Rec is correct, Simon. That's going to give you another 200.
Yeehaw!
This man gets Parks and Rec trivia, and I gotta spell words. I mean, come on, you know.
Not just any word, a whole ass C.
You chose 300. You could have chosen 200 if you wanted.
JL, this is not a show of personal responsibility or accountability. We blame others for everything.
You're right.
And it's always someone else's fault.
You're right. My apologies.
Yeah.
I had the easy questions of Mapletron and Forrest Gump. I'm 1 out of 2, so we're rock and rolling.
1 out of 2. We had some questions here in the chat. Jeff in here asking, just traded Lazard and Foreman for Waddle. This is not a question, I just realized. Just traded Lazard and Foreman for Jalen Waddle. Amazing. Love that.
A+, Jeff. Killed it.
Great trade, Jeff. Not a question, but I think just a humble brag, and it absolutely deserved.
And then Grim, I saw the question in here earlier, but just letting us know they're still alive. Incredible. First of all, everyone watching, this is a feat to be alive in a Survivor League in week 11, and Grim is doing it. Switched last minute last week to the Lions over the Bears to pull out their week 10 win. And my advice every week since week 1 has been, don't listen to me because I got eliminated in week 1. You're the one who's still alive. Listen to yourself. And they killed it. Now they're looking at Saints over the Rams this week for a Survivor League pick. Dave, Do you like the Saints over the Rams this week if you're still alive in a Survivor League?
Yes, absolutely.
So you're rolling with that, feeling pretty confident. What about you, Herms?
I'm starting to get the vibe that they're going to turn it back over to Jameis Winston, and if they do that, I feel like they have a very good chance.
I think I'm rolling with the Saints as well. I feel pretty good about it, Grim. JL, do you like the Saints over the Rams in an Eliminator League?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm curious what they're 4-point favorites at home now over the Rams currently with a exciting, blistering 38.5 point over under for that game. Just expecting it to be an absolute, oh God, I'm just looking at it. This week is full of gross games. Yikes.
Yeesh. 38.5 is like, that's the bottom.
It's bottom. And it's not the only 38.5 this week. There's another one. What is it? Patriots Jets, I think. Yeah, Patriots Jets is the other 38.5 point over under.
Simon, Grim had a question for you. Trey McBride or Jack Stoll with both Ertz and now Goddard out this week. Which of these two guys are you starting?
I have a hard time believing that those are the best tight ends on your waiver wire, unless this is a really deep league. If I have to pick one, I'll roll with Trey McBride, the rookie. Loved his talent coming in. Seems to be opportunity available for him. But, man, there's probably – see if David Njoku's out there. He should be coming back from injury. He was activated off IR. I would rather start him. Robert Tonyan is startable. You're not excited. You're hoping for a touchdown. I would rather start him than either of these two guys.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Mr. Scamps at Home Alone with Cliff Kingsbury.
As the dad or as Macaulay Culkin?
This is Macaulay Culkin. This is hilarious.
I'm telling you, I saw one person propose one time to do a reboot of Home Alone, cast all new actors and stuff, except still have Macaulay Culkin play the 7-year-old who's left at home alone as a grown-ass man. I want a full Home Alone remake, but with Macaulay Culkin still playing the child that gets left home alone.
That would be weird. Jason's super bad with James Earl Jones. I'm not sure as who. Honestly, him as any character is hilarious as I'm thinking about it. Strong Style Ninja said A Christmas Story with Kyler Murray, Dustin Shawshank with Charlie Day.
FYF with JL is Simon and Simon is JL.
Freaky Friday. Elf with Bill Belichick. I like that one. And Tyler said, hello, friends. What up, Tyler? Welcome in.
Yo.
What
All right, guys. Let's get into our next round of Fantasy Football Jeopardy.
Before we do that, Strong Style Ninja hit the secret code here. You can make any movie better by putting Jack Black in it. Yes. That's the secret weapon. Just add Jack Black.
That is true. All right, Dave, you are next here. Simon did get that correct. Simon, you get to choose Dave's next category. Where are you sending Dave?
Let's send Dave to Canada. Dave, where do you want to go?
Toronto area is pretty good, I heard. Nice time, nice place. 300. Let's go 300.
300 Canada. Here's your question. How many Canadian-born players have won a Super Bowl? 8, 9, or 10?
This is tough.
I have no idea, but 8 is in my Twitter name, so let's go 8. It's my favorite number. Boom, boom.
Show me 8. The answer is 9. Here they all are.
I forgot Klaus Wilsmeyer. That was the one.
Klaus Wilsmeyer.
Of course.
Yeah. I know all of these players. No.
This is a Jay question. I told him it might be a little tough to come up with, but we went with it.
I like it.
9 was the answer.
You always forget about Klaus. You just
Klaus Wilmsmeyer.
Klaus.
It's me, Klaus.
My cousin. All my cousins are named Klaus on the Dutch side. Every single Dutch cousin I have is named Klaus, actually.
Nice.
All right, Herms, we're back to you. Where would you like to go here?
I'm gonna roll with Canada. I'm gonna go 400.
400 Canada. I like it. Mr. Scamper said Eddie Murphy won a Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, yes, that's a true fact.
And he's from Canada.
And he's also from Canada.
Famous Canadian.
Canadian. He's also from Forrest Gump. Canada 400, Herms. Here it is. Which former NFL player and current TV host was born in Canada? Michael Strahan, Nate Burleson, Terry Bradshaw, or Boomer Esiason?
I think it's Nate Burleson. I'm gonna go with it because like Michael Strahan, like his parents were like in the military. I think he was born in like Germany or something, and then Bradshaw and Boomer Esiason are way too American to be from Canada. So like, Nate Burleson by process of elimination makes sense.
Dave, do you know the answer to this one?
Absolutely not.
The answer is Nate Burleson, Calgary.
There it is.
It screams Calgary. Now that you say it, Chael.
Now that you say it, yeah. Well done, Herms. That's going to give you 400, and you get to choose Simon's next category.
Although, real quickly before I do, I was thinking about like movies and like recasting. Idea: an ensemble cast, like the usual suspects or like a Reservoir Dogs or something, but every single person is Michael Cera.
Perfect.
I love
Perfect.
that.
There we go.
I love Michael
And they
Cera.
don't even change his voice or anything. He just changes
He's the
his
same
shirt.
character.
Yeah. Just they're all him, just doing the
He's
Michael
trying
Cera
to-
bit.
He's trying to play different characters, but they all end up just seem like Michael Cera trying to play different characters.
Yep. No, I think that's the real move.
I also
I'm
think we've been thinking about Will Ferrell and Forrest Gump the wrong way. I've been assuming he's Forrest Gump. He is 1000% Lieutenant Dan. Like without a doubt, Will Ferrell is an angry
Michael
drunk
Cera
Lieutenant Dan.
as Forrest Gump and Will Ferrell as Lieutenant Dan reboot.
Bet.
Let's go.
And Jack Black just present in the film.
Just somewhere.
Jack Black is Bubba.
Jack Black as Jack Black in Forrest
Jack
Gump.
Whoa, nice. Oh my god.
School of Rock, Vietnam.
Right. All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna send Simon to 2022.
2022. Simon, where do you want to go?
Go big or go home. I'm going home. 100.
100. Going home. All right, here it is, Simon. True or false? Christian McCaffrey kept his number 22 on the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh God, I'm so bad at numbers. Like player numbers, I never remember them. It's 50-50 shot. True.
Final answer?
Yeah.
False. He's number 23 on the San Francisco 29ers.
On the 29ers?
Did I say 29ers? The San Francisco 29ers.
Jill, did you see that video I sent you of the rookie defensive player for the 49ers? His girlfriend filmed him walking out. He like saw on his phone that they traded for Christian McCaffrey, and he walks out and he's like, Christian McCaffrey. He's just got this giant grin on his face. He's like, we got a real sunshine now. Like full on remember the Titans. Like he was grinning ear to ear. Could not believe it. It was hilarious.
That's amazing. I love
Forget who
that.
it was.
Jay came in here. He knew it. 23. Tim, false. Dustin, false. Strong Style Ninja, false.
Oh, guess I'm stupid.
False.
I didn't know that, Simon. I had to go and look. I had to look at the numbers. I was just curious if he switched, and then I was like, oh, he actually went up one. So
Man,
Level
that's
up
like a
is
blind spot in my trivia as player numbers. Like even the obvious ones, I forget.
yeah. All right, Simon. Fortunately, did not get that one correct. So, Dave, we're back to you, and you get to choose your own category and value here.
Canada 500.
Canadian 500. Here we go. Who is the last NFL team to get a victory in a game played in Canada? Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons, Seattle Seahawks, or the Chicago Bears?
I know the Bills played in Toronto, but I can't remember who they faced. So I'll go Bills because that's the information I know. Lock it
Final
in.
answer?
Final, baby. Let's go.
Dave, you were so close. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Buffalo Bills in 2013.
Damn it.
So you remembered one of the teams in the game. You just didn't remember which team pulled out the victory.
Makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense that it's the one that's furthest from Canada,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Just
So
to
sorry.
assert dominance.
Dave, that was incorrect. So, Herms, we're back to you, and you get to choose your own category and value here.
NFL teams 300.
NFL teams 300.
I
Here we
also
go.
love that Dustin remembered it. As the
Falcons.
Bills fan, he was 100% sure
It
of
was
that
like
one.
Falcons 2013. It was sunny. All right, 300 NFL teams for Herms. Which NFL team has thrown the most interceptions? The Colts, the Pats, the Saints, or the Steelers?
Oh, dear God. Well, I mean, I know one of them, if they're not the correct answer, is painfully close because, dear God, being a Steelers fan has not been that fun this year. The Saints have been bad, but they ain't that bad. And then, like,
Zoo is out.
nah, that's just me being a person. Kind of.
That's just
And
me
then,
existing.
yeah, you know, just vibes. Yeah. But, dude, I can't stall for like
You
5
know you can. I'm
So,
gonna bump you.
yeah, I'm just gonna stick with what I know and be self-deprecating and just say the Steelers because it's probably close to being correct, if not correct. So
Final answer.
yeah,
You said Steelers, Herms, and the
Yeah.
answer is Saints. I'm sorry. The Steelers, the Pats, and the Colts all have 10, but the Saints are leading the league with 12.
Congratulations, Saints fans.
Good job.
Congratulations, Saints fans. Campers got Saints. Chosen Rose first guessed Colts, but then said, crap, could be Saints, and then followed it up with Saints. Well done. Well done on. Successfully corrected there. Unfortunately, Herms, no points on that one. That's all right. You still have the lead here. Simon, moving on to you, and you get to choose your own category and question value here. Where would you like to go, my friend?
2022 300.
300. You got it. Here you go. Which player has the most PPR fantasy points in 2022? Dameon Pierce, Leonard Fournette, Travis Etienne.
This feels like a trick because Etienne did not have that starting job at the beginning of the year, but he's been absolutely killing it. Pierce has been killing it as well. I don't think it's Fournette, but if it is, you successfully fooled me, JL. I will go with Dameon Pierce.
Final answer?
Yeah.
The answer is Leonard Fournette. More points than
Wow, I couldn't have been more wrong on that question. Like literally said, it's the only one. Then that. Okay, yeah, cool.
Full disclosure, I probably would have had it in reverse order. Yeah.
Oh
man,
I'm sorry, Simon. That was incorrect. It was Leonard Fournette is the correct answer here. Ninja said Pierce. Scamper said
with
Pierce.
the most underwhelming top 10 running back season so far. Like it
Pretty
just
wild,
doesn't feel like he's a top 10 back right now. Maybe it's because we just watched Rachaad White take that job.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like he's a top 10 back, and it's throwing me off.
That's what this question was fully designed to do, was to prey on recency bias.
Pick like 5 biases. I'm sure like 3 apply.
Yeah, that's 100% how we look through question generation here at FYF. We got some questions here in the chat. As we go into out of this round, Herms, you were in the lead with 600, Simon 400, Dave 100.
It's a real barn burner here.
It's a real barn burner. We have missed a lot.
I kind of wish I would have ended with 0 just so I could better story.
Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. I don't think I did, but I may have. If I did, we'll have to repost them. Grimfam asking Keontae Ingram or Jalen Warren full PPR. What do you think about this one, Simon?
I'll roll with Jalen Warren for the potential upside. Najee Harris reportedly is dealing with a knee injury as well. That being said, I think he's the lead back whenever healthy. But you got to hold on to a running back that the Steelers like that could potentially see more work down the stretch. So I'll roll with Jalen Warren.
What do you think? What do you think, Herms? That wasn't English.
What about you think, Herms?
Who do you think, Herms?
Words are hard. Well, Ingram needs an injury to see a lot of work, whereas Warren doesn't. So just by virtue of that alone, you go with the guy that will see the field frequently enough.
JL, how come they go in to start Warren?
What?
How come they go in to start Warren?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Me too.
Grimfan asking Garrett Wilson, Rondale Moore, DPJ, or Landry. Choose 2 to start full PPR. What do you think about this one, Dave?
Garrett Wilson, Rondale Moore, DPJ. I want to say Garrett Wilson and Rondale just because they've been. Yeah, those are the 2 I'd go, but it's tough. Yeah. I'm going Garrett Wilson and Rondale just because I can see them getting more targets as they have been. Maybe a little less upside with Rondale just because of the low ADOT and stuff like that, but he's been getting pushed. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, Rondale, leave it at that.
I like that. Simon, are you going Garrett Wilson and Rondale here? Or are you intrigued by the DPJ or Landry here?
I'm going Rondale Moore for sure. His target volume seems pretty safe in this offense, and especially in full PPR, he's a great start. And then I think I'm going to go DPJ. He's the second wide receiver in this Browns offense, and he's been getting pretty safe volume. So I'll roll DPJ out there. I think his upside's probably a little bit lower, at least for the next 2 weeks, than Garrett Wilson, but I like what I've seen from DPJ. It's close between those 2 though.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Landry.
Bonk. I'm gonna go with Dave. I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson, Rondale Moore here as well. I like those 2. They're very enticing, especially with Ertz out. Rondale Moore becomes pretty enticing. Mo Diesel, what up, Mo? Said, do I trade Nick Chubb for Derrick Henry? I'm 5-5, half PPR. What do you think about this one, Herms? You trading Nick Chubb for Derrick Henry?
I mean, like they're both really good. It's kind of a lateral move to me, Like I don't see it, Like sure, but I don't see what you're really getting out of it, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like especially with it being half PPR. Like if it was full or
half
whatever, then
PPR,
like,
5 and 5. Everything is like perfectly middle.
yeah, like this is just a shrug emoji, sure.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Nick Chubb has a solid 2 full more points than Derrick Henry in a half PPR league. It's
so
about
really,
as lateral as it can get.
Yeah, there's no way to make your team more of a lateral. It doesn't do anything. I would stay away from it.
19.1 points per game versus 18.9 points per game. You can start either of those guys. Just roll with Chubb.
All right, guys, we are running low on time here. I want to run through at least one more round if we can. Dave, we're starting with you. You get to choose your own category here. Where would you like to go?
Grab bag 100.
Grab bag 100. What is the name of this dog from Rocko's Modern Life?
Oh, what is his name?
Oh,
I have no idea. And I know this isn't the answer, but it's fun anyway. So I'm going to say Goofy.
Goofy. The answer is Spunky.
Oh, Spunky.
Spunky.
If you would have given me 30 minutes, I would have pulled that.
30 minutes.
Looks like there's some spunk in there.
Sorry, Herms. Moving on to you. What question, category, and value would you like to go with?
All right, I would like to go with NFL teams 200.
200. Which NFL team has the most plays in 2022? Arizona Cardinals or Jacksonville Jaguars?
I mean,
let's run the most plays. I think I forgot the verb there.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars just because I mean, like a Doug Peterson pace of play has always been very historically high. So,
final answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the Cardinals.
No, God,
Cardinals are at the top. Top of that list. Yeah, running tons of plays. Simon, we're on to you. What category and value would you like?
NFL teams 500. Go big or go home. I'm going big this time.
100. Which put the following NFL teams in descending order of percentage of offensive drives that end in a score. All right, put these NFL teams in descending order. That's most to least, a percentage of offensive drives that end in a score. Broncos, Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers.
Dude, that's brutal.
This is disgusting. Like, this is very gross. Falcons. Falcons. Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Broncos. Final answer.
Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Broncos. Final answer.
Lock it in, baby.
Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Broncos. The correct answer is Falcons, Panthers.
That's what I was debating.
Bucks, Broncos,
Bucks.
No! You were so close, Simon. Oh, those middle two were swapped. Oh, that is brutal. Brutal. Falcons.
You know what? I'm
Panthers,
proud that I got
Bucks,
the Falcons up there at 1. I had a
You
feeling they were
nailed
I'm proud of you too, Simon, for that.
Song Sound Ninja. Falcons. I'm sorry. Nobody's getting points in that round. You guys want to speed through one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Yeah.
We
All
can
right,
get
speed
one
through
more
it. Dave, what category and value would you like?
NFL teams 100.
NFL teams 100. True or false? The Las Vegas Raiders have the least amount of wins in the NFL.
False.
False is correct. The Raiders have 2 wins while the Texans only have 1. Dave, it's going to give you 100, and you get to choose Herm's next question category here.
2022 500. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't pick the number.
2022?
Yeah.
All right, Herms, where would you like to go? 400 or 500?
I will honor the request of TD and take the 500.
500. Here it is. 2022. Correctly select the top 2 players with the most punt returns in 2022. Ray McLeod, Craig Dortch, Devin Duvernay, Amari Rogers.
Bro, they don't put that on Red Zone. Okay. Jeez. Well,
It's 500 for a reason.
I mean, okay. So they're probably tied to teams with good defenses that frequently get stops. So I mean, I get like Ray McLeod is definitely one of them. I feel pretty confident about that. And then I'm explaining this to myself out loud. I know the listeners don't need this, the viewers don't need this, but this is how I'm getting to the point. Ray McLeod, and then I guess the Ravens defense is pretty good. I'll say McLeod and Duvernay.
McLeod and Duvernay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Is he right, Simon?
I think it's the Clemson boys. I think it's McLeod and Rogers.
You just basing that off me?
Yep, 100%.
Well, you're both wrong. It's Dortch and
No!
Ray Rogers.
God,
Ray McLeod, 18. Duvernay, 11.
I couldn't have been more incorrect.
You were exactly incorrect.
I know the feeling.
Exactly incorrect. So, Simon, we're moving on to you, and you get to choose your own question, category, and value here. Where would you like to go, my friend?
2022 for 400. And I also wanted to shout out Dame in the chat, letting us know Chubb has not had their bye week yet, while Derrick Henry has. So that could be reason enough if they're equal to just make that trade, get the extra week out of Derrick Henry. That makes a difference.
That's good strategy, Dame. You thinking 4D?
Astute.
2022 for 400. Is that what I said?
That's what you said.
Okay. I guess we hate week 10.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck, guys. All right, week 2022 400. Which player has the higher fantasy points per game in PPR in 2022? DeAndre Hopkins, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, or Justin Jefferson?
Man, was Mixon's big game enough to make him the most in this list? I think it is. I'm going to go with Joe Mixon.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It was Justin Jefferson.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry, Mixon is the very last on this list.
Theme of the show.
Theme of the show. All right,
This has
guys.
been unbelievable how many times we've been like the opposite of right, not just wrong.
That's
but,
gonna be our
like,
lowest scoring game of Jeopardy, I think, ever. 200, 600,
I'm just
400.
nervous. There's so many cute boys here.
So many cute boys. All right, guys, we're going to get into our final round of Jeopardy here, or a round of final Jeopardy. I don't know what the right way to say that is. This one's going to work a little differently. I need you guys to write down what your wager is. I'm going to tell you what the category of the final Jeopardy question is. And you need to write down how much you want to wager out of your allotted amount here, earned amount, I should say. Dave, you have 200. Herms, you have 600. Simon, you have 400. The category for Final Jeopardy is NFL game locations.
NFL game locations. Okay, got it.
NFL game locations is the category.
Wait, so all I'm doing now is writing down my.
How much you want to wager out of your. So you have $200 to wager.
Yeah.
You just writing down an amount. Yep.
Got it.
And Dave said both had buys. I am super wrong. Never mind, I lied.
Dame, I just trusted you fully. 100% fully.
Yeah,
on
did
that
not
one.
even question it. All right.
I don't have anything to write on.
You have a phone?
Yeah.
You have a phone. Yeah.
Use
that
your
works.
the calculator on your phone.
Yeah,
or
because I was
something.
working with like a pencil and a piece of a paper towel, and it's not working. I don't.
While you find something to write that down on, Axon has a question for us. 8 and 2, half PPR. Chubb, Jamal Williams, Monty / Herbert, the Chicago backfield, Diggs, Debo Samuel, Tyler Boyd. Who do I start? Should I trade Debo, and for who, or keep him? Which of those players are you starting, Simon?
Well, Chubb's definitely in there. When I'm looking at that second running back, I'm probably rolling with Jamal Williams until I see that DeAndre Swift is back and taking all that work. And then at wide receiver, you start Diggs and Debo. If it's a 2 wide receiver league,
Flex Monty, flex David Montgomery, or
David
flex
Montgomery.
Herbert, or Boyd if David Montgomery and Herbert for some reason are no good.
And if you could trade Debo for, I don't know, a top tier running back like a Josh Jacobs, I would do that. But otherwise, I'm holding on to Debo.
Yeah, I'm with
You don't need to.
All right, fellas, you got your wagers here.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and reveal them. Simon 400,
I
Dave
also
200, and Herms 200.
I should have put a smiley face. I forgot.
Here is your final Jeopardy question, fellas. Where is the Super Bowl being played this year? Miami, Arizona, Houston, or New Orleans? Write down your answer. Write down your answer. Guess where is the Super Bowl being played this year? Do. 4 laps saying, should I pick up Jawan Jennings or Wan'Dale Robinson half PPR? I'd go with Wan'Dale Robinson there. Go with Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah.
Strong Sound Ninja said NFL will be played on the moon one day. We can all dream. All right. You guys got your answers?
1 second. I got to prepare it.
I just got to make sure I got mine right for what I wanted to. I think I got it. I think I got the answer.
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, and then Simon, you bet 400. So you bet it all.
I bet it all.
Risked it all.
Bet it all. All right, contestants, go ahead and reveal your answers for me. He said bonk. Houston from.
Oh no, I just dripped glue on my laptop.
We got Arizona and we got Houston.
Oh, the glue's dripping
what is
everywhere.
this glue? Oh god, I got it. So Dave, you're not even gonna make a guess? Okay. All right. Arizona from Simon and Houston from Herms. Guys, got a bunch of guesses here in the chat. The correct answer, where's the Super Bowl being played this year, is Arizona.
No!
Arizona. Simon, that is going to give you the win. Dave, that's going to put you tied at second with Herms. You both are tied with 400. 400. Well done. Well done. Good game, guys.
The ones I don't even really guess is the ones I get right.
Herms and Dave, I want to thank you guys both so much for taking the time to come on with us. This was an absolute blast of a show. Thank you guys.
We appreciate you.
Everybody watching, if you're not already following our friends Herms and Dave, go and remedy that right this instant. You can find Herms on Twitter at HermsNFL, and you can find Dave on Twitter at TorontoFF8. They are truly the dudes. And watching this show wasn't enough to make you guys go follow them. I'm going to push you one more time to go do that. That's going to be it for us today, though. Jail and I will be back with our friend Joey Wright tomorrow morning for the Front Yard Fantasy Morning Show from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time right here or over on the Better Sports Network app. Until then, though, we are out of here. I got to go clean some glue and glitter off my laptop. We will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye.